98.3 Mainland FM.
You're still listening to Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos. My name is Sage Babalola, and right now it's time for Mainland Focus. We have just reviewed the papers. We provided you with information about the reports that made it into the front page of the papers. But this time around, we're going to give some direction to the conversation, which means that you get to choose and pick what story you find more interesting, what story you think is worthy of conversation, and then you give your 2 cents on the matter. Now, for the sake of those who probably were unable to join us for trends in the papers and you want to have an idea of some of the conversations we had, well, trending across all of the papers, in fact the major story across all the papers was the DSS publicizing that they now can confirm the possibility, or should I say the plot by certain individuals to truncate the inauguration of the president-elect Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu and install an interim government. Remember that even before the elections were completed, we had many political stakeholders alleging that they are quite sure that there are certain individuals who are looking to install an interim government by preventing the now president-elect Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu from getting power May 29 after this current administration, the tenure of this current administration is over. The DSS went on to provide further information about the tactic that these individuals might employ, first of which happens to be paying certain individuals to cause problems in the nation, more or less like an uprising, an anarchy of some kind. And the second phase of this technique would be to approach the court and get some sort of injunction to prevent the inauguration from happening. Although they say that they know who these individuals are, they are not going to provide the names of those individuals yet. They're still investigating and they're doing what they can to manage the situation. We also spoke to you about, how the PSC chairman, Dr. Solomon, has said that I now know how to fix the police system. I now know how to minimize corruption in the police force. And I think everything else that has happened so far, especially safety in the petroleum sector, especially the downstream petroleum sector, it has now become a matter of concern as the federal government is now planning to sanction anyone who does not put in place safety protocols for their operators, especially, like I said, those in the downstream sector, with over 633 deaths recorded in the last 4 years. So I think that these are the stories that were really prominent across all the papers. But before we open the phone lines and get your contribution, let's talk to Fuhad this morning about the story that really did it for him. So Fuhad, good morning again, and what is your focus for today?
Yeah. Basically, I think 2 stories. The first one would be the issue of the fifth columnists in the system who are hoping to see an interim government, who are plotting to truncate this our democratic experiment or experience. And I think we just need to maybe appeal to every politician, every dissatisfied persons out there about the last elections that look. Democracies evolve all over the world. And we're not saying that things were done properly. We're not saying that things were perfect. There were issues, obvious issues. As journalists were out there, we saw these things. But again, we are on the last lap of the election cycle. Let us allow the court to do their job. These politicians have approached the court. I'm sure they have documentary evidence that they've been able to gather into the court. And whatever comes out of the court, so be it. We have to move on as a country. As a media organization, we are doing our best to educate people, to put the information out there, to set the agenda, and continue to have conversations on how we can have a better country, better Nigeria, and a better electoral system. And that's the way to build a nation. We can't burn down the country. When people say everybody's running out, you run out, you would have to come back one day. So when do you want to come back to do? Some of us have decided that we're not going to run out. We're going to stay here to build this country. And I'm sure that Nigeria will be great again. And then on the issue of the police, the welfare of the police and all of that, again, we not just isolate the police. I think anybody working as a civil servant in Nigeria, or anybody, or a Nigerian should have a decent life. The basics of life to be guaranteed: food, clothes, and shelter. And that's why we are seeking for good governance. We are seeking for dividends of democracy. And I think on the issue of housing that was highlighted in that story, we need to look at our mortgage system. Government needs to come up with something creative to address the housing needs of the low-income earner in Nigeria. If it was done during the Jakande era, we can do it again. If the government is willing to do it, they put on their thinking cap and get to work about it. It's going to happen. It's not impossible. I think government at different levels say it's not possible to build houses for the poor, and I think it's possible. They need to put on their thinking cap, and of course, we need that it's doable. There are ways to do these things, but again, it is something that will require the government to really sit down, fold up their sleeves, and do the hard work.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Fuhad, for your analysis. We're going to open the phone lines right this very moment. 0913 6000 410 0913 6000 410. That is the number to call. If you would rather send a WhatsApp message or maybe a text message, you can do so by sending your message to 0913 6000 430. We are streaming live, like I said before, Facebook, YouTube, Mainland FM 98.3. There's the chat option on those platforms as well. You can type in your messages there and I will be sure to read them online. Please, let's stick to the guidelines. Please, let's stick to the rules. You have 2 minutes allotted to you. Get straight to the point. And most importantly, please, there will be no persecution of anybody's personality, whether caller, whether government official, what have you. There is absolutely no need for you to call to question the integrity of any individual just because you want to air your opinion. I would really implore us to follow the guidelines so that we can have a civil and peaceful conversation on radio. Let's take our first call for this morning. Hello. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Candelina here from Africa.
All right, welcome. Go ahead, please.
Mr. Fuhad, morning.
He's with you. Go ahead. Go ahead,
I think
Mr.
this, yes, I think this DSS thing may just be a false alarm.
How so?
This is the same DSS that told us that the Mefile was sponsoring terrorists. The same DSS. What have they done with that case? The Mefile is back now. Nothing they have done. So I don't believe them. I just think that after having conducted the election in a very woeful manner, and the supposed winner has been declared, they don't want anybody to protest or to say anything. So what you have all over the country now is just everybody is quiet. It's a piece of it. Nobody is happy, or most people are not happy with the outcome. So if DSS just wants to cow everybody into submission, want everybody to keep quiet. Nobody should protest. Yes, the thing now is that anybody you see protesting, they're going to arrest them and say, oh, these are the people that want to do interim government. I don't believe that there is nothing like that. To me, that's my own thinking here. I don't believe there's anybody that wants to do it. DSS just want to surprise people so that they will not do their inauguration, which we don't even have any problem with. So they inaugurate their this thing, and we'll be watching them. The court is there too. We are watching what the court will tell us. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you for your contribution. I mean, the Constitution allows you to protest peacefully. The Constitution supports that. But I don't think that the DSS is asking that you not air your dissatisfaction with whatever process is being, put forward. They're just saying that there are plots by certain individuals to install an interim government, and that's what they're focusing on. They never particularly said that they had a problem with people protesting or airing their dissatisfaction with the process that led to the emergence of the now president-elect. But hello, good morning. Yes, morning to you.
Good morning. See,
you can hear you. Go ahead.
John from Oba.
Yes.
See, the idea of interim government, please. These politicians, they should know that they are the one that has flung us into this mess. And they are the one that is plotting, coming up with the idea of interim government. I heard the DSS. It's only in Nigeria that DSS will come out with insinuations. Let me say insinuations that some people are plotting. Why don't you arrest those people that are plotting? You say that they are plotting and that you know them. You can't mention their name. You can't arrest. Go ahead and arrest them. Finally, I want to say that if this, God forbid, if this democracy is truncated, it's in the hand of the DSS. Let them go arrest these people so that they will live
the right thing to do. There's also the matter of unlawful. Hello, good morning to you. Hello. Hello, good morning to you.
No, this is Abib from the guy.
Hello?
This is Abib from the guy.
All right, Ade, go ahead.
Yeah. Based on the situation or interim government within the system or within Nigeria, the people that are agitating for this thing, government of the day know them. The people that are finished with the third race when they conduct this election, they lose at the hazard they didn't get it, they want anybody should not get it. Before this issue come up, you saw that is not even Nigeria, that is the vice president to the Labour Party.
That is not what. That is not what.
He's not in Nigeria.
How do you know that?
He's a migrant.
Do you have his birth certificate? Do you have his birth certificate? If you can provide me with his birth certificate and tell me that shows that he's not Nigerian, then we can continue this conversation. Thank you for calling. Hello. The volume on your radio, please. Hello. Hello. Turn down the volume on your radio. Hello.
Good morning.
Morning to you.
You see the last caller now. You see what you have just said.
I've addressed it.
Please, I beg. One Nigerian is the way they talk on the phone. You know, everybody's open, widely open. So what I want to say is that it's just something people the other callers have been saying. Go and arrest. If you know the people who want to do interim government, go and arrest them now. Show them to us, and then we'll be convinced. But when they come out on the air, come on the air and put a confused statement like that, it's not good. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Anyway.
Welcome. Thank you so very much for calling. Hello, good morning. Hello. All right, please try to make it back. Remember that you can also send messages via the WhatsApp platform 0913-6000-430. You can send WhatsApp messages to that number. You can also send text messages to that particular number. But if you want to call and speak on air, it's 0913-6000-410. And please, once again, be very, very careful. If you are coming here with accusations, if you cannot substantiate what you're saying, please do not air it on radio. That conversation would immediately come to an abrupt end if you say things that you cannot prove, and especially if there's some sort of sedition behind what you're saying. Please. Hello, good morning to you. The volume on your radio. Hello. All right. We might be having a little connection problem, but then again, hello.
Hello.
Yes. Good morning to you.
Good morning to you.
Yes.
Mr. Fuhad, good morning, sir.
He can hear you. Please go ahead, sir.
Okay. Concerning the matter on ground.
Your name. You didn't tell us your name. Where you're calling from.
I'm so sorry about that.
No,
my name
okay.
is Michael. Michael.
Welcome. All right.
Yeah. Concerning the matter, well, I want to ask the DSS a question concerning their threatening. Where were they when Insulomo came out and they threatened us that if you don't want to vote for them, if you remain in their home? Where were they then? That's my question for them. Then concern, please, I think today is the open mic.
Yeah, it is open mic.
I want to say something concerning Mr. President. If he is number one citizen of the country, as for me, he should be number one suspect of the country. If you ask me why, I will explain. You know, he made himself a minister of petroleum, and I would like to know the outcome of that imposition. Because I believe we are stolen our crude oil to another country. So they must prove it.
I mean, come on. Again, I've always said it multiple times that the liberty you get every Thursday does not exactly mean that you get to enjoy the privilege of abusing that liberty. You can ask questions, but then asking question is different from making statements of facts, especially if you cannot substantiate it. All right. So please, let us stick to things that we know for a fact. Again, it's understandable when you're asking questions, but then if there's some sort of undertone of sedition or insinuations or things that might, paint a person in a bad light, especially if you cannot prove it, we cannot accommodate that conversation on radio. Please and please. I might not be able to go through this again. Thank you very much for your understanding. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Babalola.
Good morning to you.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Thank you. Yes, I think Fuhad will be hearing me. Salam alaikum.
Yeah, he can hear you. Please go ahead, sir.
Thank you. Now, on the issue of a DSS, look, and you see, in any game, there will be a loser. There will be a loser, or there will be somebody that will win. So you see, look, the DSS, number one, no individual or any group is bigger than this country.
So if they are serious of what they are talking about, we should get the people arrested. The law is there. If anybody, you see, the election, we have done the election free and fair. Election has been won. Nigeria want to move forward. We don't want anybody to draw us back. You understand? PSS should do their job. You know, you see, the avenue is here. If anybody wants to readdress the issue, the judiciary is here. The law is here. So nobody should draw Nigeria back. No individual or any group is bigger than this country. So that's my advice to this country. We need to move forward. Have a nice day.
Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for calling. Hello. You're live. Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Morning to you. Thank you for calling. Your name, please.
My name is Mr. Mark
All
from
right.
Chester.
All right. Go ahead, please.
Yeah. I want to ask a question.
Please, can you turn down the volume on your radio a little bit? There's a feedback. Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Please, sir. Go ahead.
So what I'm asking is, DSS has told us concerning the plotting to impeach interim government. It is possible to have interim government where the things are not like that. But there's no.
We can't really hear you. You might need to call us back. Please get a better environment and call back. It's so hard to hear you. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Mother Osage and
Fuhad.
my dear friend Fuhad, yes, God bless you.
And you too.
This is Barrister Peter Oku. I'm calling from Maryland.
Welcome.
Yes. Two issues of interest turned out this morning. One is the issue of
Interim government.
Yeah, that's right. You see, at the constitution, you know, but you see, INEC too is not helping the issue because INEC has referred candidates who were grieved with the result of the election to go to court. So how can the same INEC come out and say they want to inaugurate those people that were declared as winners in the election? I mean, it doesn't make sense. It's like ambushing the process. In law, we call it overreaching. You know, because if you say people should go to court, then you should wait till the result of the court process comes out before you go and inaugurate somebody. When you inaugurate a president on May 19, and what of if the result of the court process is different from the people that you have inaugurated? What would happen? So we can't see the conflict. You know, so I think it doesn't make sense to me. That is my take this morning.
All right. Well, thank you very much for calling. Maybe when Fuhad gets here, we're going to talk about what happens if, say, after a legal process, for example, like the one that we're seeing now, the outcome of the court is quite different from, the initial result. What happens then if these individuals have been inaugurated? I do know that at least the law provides that 14 days after, you have won, that's when you go get your certificates of return. You have to, within 14 days, at least I know that much. But then what happens if the court judgment is different from the initial outcome and these individuals have been inaugurated? Maybe when Fuhad gets here, he can give us more insight into what that process is like. But for now, let's continue to take contributions. I'll take one more phone call and then I'll go to the WhatsApp platform so that we can also take contributions on there. Hello. You're live. All right, let's take another one. Hello.
Hello, Babalola. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, my name is Peter Monster from Somolu.
You're welcome, sir. Please go ahead.
Yeah, you see all these things, whether protest or massive protest, like DSS is alleging that some people want to embark on a violent protest and some want to go to court to obtain injunction to stop inauguration or whatever happens. There's a saying in my place that why should the chicken decide to turn its head to the person that is roasting it instead of the one that killed it? I want to say that from my perspective, you see, whatever crisis is coming up in this country, I will blame INEC. Because INEC told the whole world, we told the stakeholders, which are political parties, They told me, Mr. Omar, that this in the Senate, when it comes to the presidency, which is the most important, and you are late treaty. And you did not go back to those stakeholders and say, oh, look, this is the problem I'm facing. You did not go back to second house and say, this is the crisis I'm facing. What do we do next? Then you use your discretion to re-announce results. Can we hear what that woman in Abia said is saying? That she stood the pressure to manipulate results. That means other ones that could not withstand, they manipulated. So I know whatever happened in Nigeria today, I know should be held responsible. And Mahmoud Yakubu should be the one that DSS should look for. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for your contribution. We appreciate you. Let's look through WhatsApp and now. We have a couple messages here. Good morning, Sage and Fuhad. Interestingly, the same people that claim to want a new Nigeria are the ones calling for interim government, protesting to the defense headquarters for the military to take over. What an irony. They want a new Nigeria indeed. Benga from Isolo sent that particular message. Let's take another one. Good morning, Mainland FM. Having Tinubu as president, it means that... Okay. Thank you very much, Engineer Bonnie from Ali Mashaw. We appreciate your contribution. Awolo Christopher from Shogunle says, my main take is on the Nigeria Police Force. Without taking care of the personnel welfare, especially retirement benefit, talk about police efficiency, it will continue to be a dissolving mirage because an average police officer knows that there is nothing for him after retirement, and so he cannot put his or her best, and they are susceptible to corrupt practices. In addition, the type of persons recruited and training are areas of concern, as well as good leadership in the force and the polity. The new chairman of the PSC, retired RGP Solomon Arase, is an excellent person for the job. With him, there is hope. Let me commend Alhaji Fuhad for his versatility, neutrality, and fair analysis. Thank you and have a nice day. You have a better one, Christopher. Thank you very much for your message. Good morning, Sage and Fuhad. Godwin from Ilasa. Godwin says, structural weakness of our government agency is the problem. Almost all our agencies are politicized. Unbundling INEC is a good thing, but a better thing is having more technology. Oh, okay. I think that was for yesterday. There's a new one here. I'm really sorry. Mr. Sage, I keep asking myself why it's near impossible for us to get things right in this nation. For 8 years, we've not seen anybody paying for his or her crime in this nation. And this keeps maturing to things happening today, to the point of the DSS saying that some people are planning to have an interim government against a democratic government. Fuad, let's look at this. Is it the work of the DSS to blow the trumpet, or are they not expected to take action? This cannot happen in any sane climate. Our government institutions have been politicized and most Nigerians have lost trust in them. It saddens my heart that a country which once exported human capital to improve countries like Malaysia is in this level of mess. We will keep watching. Thank you very much for your message. Good morning, mainland crew. I want to ask you guys a question. Can a group of politicians direct or command the Army General, Defense Minister or CJN to institute an interim government? Do the so-called politicians have the constitutional power or right to instruct or command the CJN and Army General to swear in an interim government? The answer is no. It's Buhari and the Peace Council Committee that can institute an interim government if there's anything of such. Buhari should be answering question in this regard, not any politician as purported. Jacob Cole from Bariga. One more WhatsApp message. We go straight back to taking phone calls. Good morning, Mainland FM crew. This country is funny. If my candidate wins the process, it is laudable. But if my candidate loses, the nation should collapse. Let people apply decorum in their reaction to issues. No one is above the law in Nigeria. Gabriel from Ogijo. Thank you very much for your message. Let's go back to the phones now. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, my name is Arakon Bolakale.
All right, welcome, Arakon Bolakale.
Yeah. Let me quickly speak on this general question. So let me just make use of my little 1.5 minutes. Firstly, yeah, there's a general thing that the last election is the worst in the history of Nigeria. But if you critically look at it, I think people are just being biased with their analysis. Yes, I remember in 1999, 2007, overvoting was like the normal process in our electoral law. People will sit inside the house. One person will vote 100 times, one person will vote 50 times. The same thing repeats itself in the in 2003, 2007. I remember how the politicians would delay a particular local government result. just to decide who is going to vote. Probably the stronghold of the ruling party. And you will be seeing thousands of votes in a locality that the population is not up to 1,000. What do we say about that? Let's even talk of violence. The level of violence in 2007, what can you say about it? Because by saying something out of our sentiment, it's one of the reasons that it is fueling violence here and there. I remember several claims they've made on Twitter. A particular guy was said that he was buried in Anambra. It was put in the cement. But when people now go to that particular hospital, they discover that the hospital has been on strike. And nothing like that. So that a particular member of the community where they claim the guys from came out and said that nothing like burial. And people went ahead and printed the obituary poster and started it. So that is that. And on the DSS, I can't blame DSS. We should understand that Nigeria has not
Hello?
make any arrest.
Hello? Oh, okay. Please try to make it back. I just wanted to give you some time to get your point across. Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you, Babalola.
Good morning, Prince Wires.
How are you today?
Very well, thank you.
Yeah. You see, the information given by DSS is another. Sometimes where America sees something that's wrong in Nigeria, we tell it, we make information that don't go so street. Don't go so if you guys so this investigation that leaks that and then to come around. And yes, I have saw something. The best thing now, those in authority who are they go to fight, who are they go to be arrested, something they to put in place now. Because as it is, once somebody after election, you go on radio, on television to say you want interim government. It's not done now. The whole world today, they celebrate democracy. And we are part of the system. So if a letter is conducted and you find it not okay by you, there's a process. But the judiciary is part of democracy. You have to go there to.
Hello? Hello? Oh, all right. Please try to make it back if you can. 0913-6000. Oh, well, 0913-6000410. I'm trying to call out the numbers properly because a lot of people usually have a hard time when they're trying to get the number, so that's why I'm trying to call it out so that you understand the number. 0913-6000410. That's the number you call. For WhatsApp is 0913-6000430. That is how you can reach us. And also please be reminded that we are streaming live on YouTube and Facebook, so go on there, you can watch us live, and you can also drop your comments. That's for those of you who don't have access to your traditional radio at the moment. Let's go back to taking contributions. We have a number of WhatsApp messages, and I would really like to run through as many WhatsApp messages as possible so that they don't feel left out. I'll still come back to the phones, I promise. Please bear with me. The messages we have here: planned interim government. DSS should name those and they should do the needful. All that is more important is for the courts to do their job with litigation before and in good time. Tinubu celebrates 71st birthday. Fuhad, I give you an assignment. Find out the ages. Okay. Safety measures in petroleum sector. Nigeria is too good at making fantastic laws. Implementation have always been the problem. A big example is the federal character enshrined in our today's constitution. And how has the federal government shared appointments, resources, and developmental projects visibly and intentionally loop-sided? Where's Leah Sharibo? Chijoke from Isolo sent this particular message. Thank you very much. We have here, good morning, Sage and Otumba Fuad. Shino Ayomi Piccolo from Ojota. Shino Ayomi says that just as Otumba Fuad used to say, I believe the interim government, Buhaha, is another attention diversion for Nigerians. Let's break this allegation down. President-elect APC, Army head Buhari appointee, police head Buhari appointee, Chief Justice Buhari appointee. Anyone and everyone who can make an interim government is connected to the APC. If there's anyone or group planning an interim government, it might be within the APC. God bless Mainland FM. God bless Nigeria. Thank you very much for your message. Let's take another phone call. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Yes.
Good morning. I'm calling from Aston, Ogun State.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
People say Buhari should be held responsible for interim government, but Buhari is not on the road protesting. You lost an election. The normal thing go to the court. What are you doing in front of the defense ministry? Protesting all around. What do you want to do from it? And we say we lost life during this election. Have we not been losing life during election in the country? 2023. 2023, sorry. We were still at the polling unit when announcements were announced during the battle job. It shall be well with all of us in this country.
Thank you very much for your contribution. Yes, we appreciate you calling in. Hello. Hello. You are live. All right. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, morning.
Good morning to you. The volume on your radio, please. I can hear myself, sir.
It has already gone down.
All right. Thank you. Your name, please.
Yeah, keeps calling from Abia.
You're welcome.
Yeah, the issue of DSS, apart from the so-called insinuation of propaganda, which I will not see it as a propaganda. We've seen a lot of protests. You can snowball into issues that can disrupt people's peace. We are yet to come out of the answer. So if there is destruction, there is destruction of properties, lives again. I don't know how we are going to cope. That is number one. Number two, it is the job of, what they say, a wise man will see a problem, he will avoid it. But a foolish man will envisage a problem afar off and will go ahead and enter into and plunge into it. I think that is part of the principle of the DSS. Even when they have a clue, they have to start warning, so that some people, there are some innocent people that may not know what is on the net. They just join the bandwagon when the wahala comes. They are warning such people, warn your children, don't be part of it. Nigeria is bigger than anybody. So, by the grace of God, this country is going to be fine. We are going to have a nice time. Have a nice.
Thank you very much for calling. We appreciate you for calling. So, to the caller who wanted clarification on what happens if, after inauguration, the court rules that somebody else is the winner of the election. Well, Fuhad is telling us that if the Supreme Court says that the person who currently holds power is not the actual winner, if the court declares somebody else the winner of the election after the litigation process is over, the certificate of return can be withdrawn. It can happen, and then whoever is declared winner would occupy that particular position. So the ruling can come in different forms. If the ruling is that a certain individual should be the one to claim power, then that person would be the one to claim power, and whoever is currently occupying the position even after inauguration, certificate of return would be withdrawn from such an individual. The Supreme Court can also rule that a fresh election be conducted, but basically the decision of the court is final. So the ruling can either be exits that position, this person is the winner, your certificate of return will be withdrawn, or fresh elections be conducted. So it's really up to the Supreme Court. And yes, if the primary thing you want to know is if certificate of return can be withdrawn from an individual, the answer to that question is yes, it can be withdrawn even after inauguration. I hope that that is clear enough. Let's go back to taking contributions. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Morning to you. Welcome.
Yeah. Good morning, Sage.
Yes. Your name, please.
My name is DK.
All right.
I am calling from Ojo.
All right. Welcome, DK.
Yeah, please. I am not taking this DSS issue
seriously because I look at it as an arm of the security agent that the incumbent government uses to cow others. Are they preempting? I am believing. I want to believe that they are not trying to intimidate the press, the judiciary, into acting towards their own thinking that something wrong should be done. The DSS has been dormant on all the spheres in this country. See, the one that is even hiking me now is the killing at Niger State, where they executed six people, Nigerians.
Abducted.
They are not acting. They are not doing anything about that. All the whole killing that's going on, they are not working towards that. It is to give us a false alarm that they are interested. They should face their work. The work is to keep the country safe. I will stop the killings that are going on. This one they are talking about now is alarm blow issue. They are blowing alarm, and they are trying to intimidate the judiciary. The issues are in the court. The issues are in the court. Let them leave the judiciary to do their job instead of trying to box them to think their own way. That is my own take on DSS. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, it would actually be intelligence reports. I think that's one of the primary fundamental functions of the DSS. It's more like a secret service. It's mostly intelligence gathering. Yes, they might be able to perform certain functions like invite a person for questioning and what have you, maybe arrest, but I think that the primary function of the DSS is actually intelligence gathering. That's what they do. So I don't think it's within their jurisdiction to storm the forest or storm the kidnappers' den and rescue people. I think what they primarily do is provide information, give it to the right authorities, and then those ones, the foot soldiers, then proceed to act on the information that have been provided by the DSS. And that the DSS is trying to intimidate the judiciary with this information, I don't know about that. I don't know how to find the correlation between the publication by the DSS and how that might be interpreted to an attempt to intimidate the judiciary. But then, thank you very much for calling in. We appreciate your contribution. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Morning to you.
I'm Rose. This is the first time I'm calling your program.
Oh, that's wonderful. What's your name?
Yes, so my name is Rosemary.
Nice to have you. Welcome to the Mainland FM family. Please go ahead.
Know, this my contribution is about election stuff. It normally hurts me when I will be hearing people taking us backward. That election of so years they were weak, they were in the house, they were printing. Are we going forward? Are we going backwards? Election in those days was not transparent. But now everything, the media, the people make us understand that this is where it's supposed to go, and they're taking us to another place. So please, they should not be taking us backward. That in the time of Obasanjo, they did election. That was then. We are going forward, not backward. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for calling. We hope to hear from you often. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning to you.
Yes, my name is Don Peters. I'm calling from First Stack.
Welcome, Don Peters.
Yes, Siege, believe you me, you have a hard job doing every Thursday. But that's good.
All right.
Good. Please, Siege, there is something that we really need to condemn in a very strong terms. Okay, I have a topic I want to discuss on this morning, but one of our callers called this radio station this morning, and he said that somebody is not a Nigerian. Okay, please, in the name of God, we really need to condemn this type of thing.
Yeah, I addressed
because when the election was about to take place, some people said some people shouldn't come out to vote. Okay? And by the end of the day, we see how the thing goes. And somebody called and they say that somebody is not a Nigerian. Please, this type of people shouldn't be calling on a national radio where millions of people are listening. Because information
and which is very, very wrong information that they are passing out. Please, we have to condemn this in a very strong term.
I addressed
very
it
strong term
immediately. I
because
understand
it's
you.
very destructive.
I
Such a people, please, you ban them from calling on your show. That is my own take.
Thank you.
Let me just suspend other things I want to discuss on and talk on this one. Please, condemn it in strong terms.
Thank you.
It will never do anybody good in the way they are going. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. Yes, it was immediately addressed, and that's why I'm saying that. What do you have to substantiate that claim that you have made? It's very, very important that we shy away from comments that can incite, violence and can incite problems. We are all here together. Whatever consequence comes out of actions like that, sadly, we are all going to face it together. So these are not statements that promote unity. These are not statements that promote peace. In fact, it's totally parallel to the protocol of peace in every ramification. So it's very, very important that when we're speaking on public platforms, we are speaking facts. All right, we're not because of assumptions or using subjective metrics based on things that we believe personally to form opinions and then try to air it on radio. All right, thank you very much for drawing my attention to that once again. I have corrected it the first time, but it's not going to be a problem for me to correct it again. Please and please, let's be very careful where we're speaking on public platforms. Let's take another call. Hello.
Hello.
Morning to you.
Yeah, good morning. Yeah. My name is Amma, calling from Togo State.
All right, Amma, go ahead.
Yeah. Back in 2015, we had some insulting comments from our sitting president. You know, when he said the baboon and the monkeys would be soaking their own blood. And Nature also made some insulting comments that they will form a parallel government. So our GSS that they so divide, it's like they choose the case to follow, or who to prosecute, or who to expose. This GSS, for me, I think they are just a lame dog. They only back, they cannot fight. So what they are saying, for me, I don't see any truth in it. They should go and sit down. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. I think I can only accommodate 2 more calls and then we just round things off with WhatsApp messages. I think that's fair. Hello. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, please,
Oh, it's quite loud. Can you get to a calmer environment, please?
Okay, are you hearing me now?
Yes, this is good. Please go ahead.
Okay, good morning, everyone in the studio.
Good morning. Your name, please.
Yeah, this is Sunday calling from Ethiopia.
All right.
Yeah, I've been hearing all the comments people have been playing, and from my own understanding, not as if this all progressive Congress, APC, they are not qualified to rule Nigeria. Every party that contains and he won, the person is qualified to rule the country. So as long as it will improve the economy of the country and the rest of other things, to make the youth feel okay and the citizens feel all right. But this all progressive Congress, this is APC, the present government, they win the election and they rob election. You can't rob election.
Let's take a few WhatsApp messages. Let's just take WhatsApp messages for now. Thank you very much for calling. Please try to make it back if you can. Good morning, Mainland FM. I don't take any information from the DSS as it stands to be true. No difference between Nigeria Meteorological Agency and the current DSS. False alarm everywhere. Enough of this over-exaggeration. If INEC had uploaded the results in a transparent manner, we wouldn't have all these. But because INEC under Mahmoud conducted the worst fraudulent election in history, now you see sharply divided plotting narrative everywhere. We must be careful what we say today because the truth is the truth. Bernard Agbo from Bariga sent that particular message. Let's see if we can take a few more. I'm sorry, I'm quite slow because I practically have to edit some of these messages. Let the DSS allow us to get out of this difficult and confused situation we have been choked with, please. If they want us to believe their story, they should abandon their old style and provide us with evidence, and action should be taken about their claims. I'm not seeing them as another political wing of some people. Steve from Ijaniki sent that particular message. Let's see this one here. Okay, I might not be able to take that particular one, so I'll just skip it and go to another one. Good morning, Mainland FM. I ignored this message and you sent it the second time. It's deliberate because your message is is not healthy. Let me just say that. Hi, Mainland FM. The DSS is a secret organization just like Homeland Security in the United States. As thus, they do not need to come out all the time to give information that they cannot fully implement. If they have information about this intent to install an interim government, then they should just go ahead and arrest, because I believe before they could come out to inform this, they must have heard all the information that they need. They have come out to give a lot of information to the public in the past, yet they did nothing about it. On the issue of the Naira crunch, a lot of people have continued to keep their money at home, as you cannot blame them due to their past experience. Dear Sage, the moment you hear some things, even before they land, cut them off. We do not need any more hate and tribal words on radio, as we will always continue to preach peace and abolish tribal sentiment. Sean, I appreciate you for this message. Thank you very much. Good morning. It's Joshua from Oregon. This is the issue we have in this country. We always caution people on what to say. If not proven, why would the DSS come on air saying things they cannot prove? Please, let's caution all the institutions in the country on what to say. We have had issues before elections. What did the DSS do? Okay, Joshua. Yes, thank you very much, Joshua, for your message. Let's see this one here. Good morning to you all in Mainland FM. My name is Pastor Sunday from Maguro. On the election matters, I have the following submissions. The late music legend Fela in one of his albums said, "Truth don't die." For us to believe the truth has not died in Nigeria, let INEC chairman tell the whole world the truth, how he conducted the last general elections. He betrayed us to come out and vote, and failed to stick to his promise in Chatham House in London. If Tinubu's victory was in the right way, not too many people would complain or protest. It is only the truth we know and practice that would deliver Nigeria from political problems. Evil triumph in a country where there are no courageous people to speak out. So when people speak out on the just concluded election on INEC for not giving us a credible election, the government of the day, or those on the side of the ruling party, should not tempt people that want to truncate inauguration program. The truth must be heard on the matter. Let me see if this is a lot of messages. Good morning, crew. This government, okay. Good morning, crew. There's this saying that when the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse or misuse is inevitable. This government from 2015 has been wasting our money and time. The cashless policy, the change of cash, the rail to Niger Republic, the cars to Niger Republic, the 2023 election, $1 million to Afghanistan, all the travel and medical expenses, and now the census. The refineries are not working, and now money for the internet and airport, etc. This government waste things. This is a lack of competence, and they have made Nigeria a laughing stock. Dio from Fagua sent that particular message. There are a few others there, but then it's just a lot of words that are not it's not okay for us to read those out on air. So again, I implore you that if you would like your WhatsApp messages to be read on air, for the sake of conversation, just please, I understand you're upset, but for the sake of the fact that this is a public platform, try to edit your language. Just use cleaner synonyms, and then I'll be more than happy to take your contribution. That's pretty much the reason I'm here, to take your contribution. But please, let's not make this a difficult process for either of us. So thank you very much. I cannot take any more calls. I cannot read any more messages, unfortunately. But of course, same time tomorrow, from 7:40 a.m. to 8:30, we'd have trends in the papers. 8:40 to 9:30, we take your contributions, and then 9:45 we will be back for Global View, where we have an insight into happenings in the international community. My name is Sage Babalola. You're still listening to Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound.